Welcome back to Fanopy Growth. I'm your host Jacob, and today we're going to be going over Canopy again. So today is Friday, February 26th, 2021, and we're after market right now. As you can see, we had a pretty much flat day. Um, let's look at the day. So started at 32.75 and ended up at 33. So after pre-market, we up a little tiny bit there. So not much exciting news here so far. Um, So there are a couple things that have happened since we last spoke. We can see that the price has been fading down, coming off of our high from here from 50, 52, 72, even higher. We got there, I think. So and then we've been just kind of floating down here. So as you can see that. So we're just trying to find some ground here to be able to stand on. Um, but yeah, there's a couple of things I wanted to look at. One thing being this article here, this was regarding Acreage. So, Acreage announced the sale of the Florida operations to this company called Red, White, and Bloom Brands. So, this has been a recent thing that happened on the 25th of February. It was announced here. So, as the CEO of Acreage, Peter Caldini, is saying here, so it was for a total of $60 million. They sold their operations in Florida. So, the sale of our Florida operations is a significant step in our previously announced operating strategy to focus on those core markets that we believe will accelerate our path to profitability and position us for significant long-term growth and cash generation. So, this is from Peter Caldini. He is the new CEO. He is from Pfizer, was formerly an executive at Pfizer, and now he's taking over here at Acreage. So he's saying that the cash proceeds will significantly bolster our balance sheet and position us to accelerate our cultivation expansion projects and open additional dispensaries to support our growth into key adult use cannabis states such as Illinois and New Jersey. So it gives you the breakdown of the deal. 5 million in cash, 20 an additional 20 million in cash and 7 million in the buyer's common stock, 28 million in promissory notes upon closing the transaction. So this is so that they can get some more cash to be able to work with here in the U.S. So it's definitely keeping an eye on Acreage closely since we have that arrangement to acquire 70% of the company upon a triggering event. So that's an interesting thing. Um, Another piece of news was the Canopy Growth announced the closing of this arrangement involving RIV Capital, formerly Canopy Rivers. So that's basically just the deal that we talked about before, where Canopy gets Terrascend, 20% stake in Terrascend. So Terrascend has a place in New Jersey. Let's look at Terrascend actually. So Terrascend has one of the licenses in northern New Jersey, which is very coveted, and so we're interested to see what Terrascend does because we are part owner of Terrascend. So definitely keep an eye on them. Keeping an eye on them. So they've had pretty nice chart there. So definitely Terrascend. I think that there's even an option that Canopy could try to acquire more of Terrascend if they see that that area is really needed in the picture of the U.S. So we're definitely keeping an eye on that as well. So go back to Canopy here. Yep. So we've had ups and downs, and definitely have been riding this wave here. So we'll just kind of look at the history that we have here. Let's just take a step back and look at the 6-month chart. So you can kind of see what happened. So we were kind of grinding up on our own merit, you know. So from that COVID low, 9 something there, you know, been grinding up, you know, trying to turn the picture around from losing money to trying to make money to coming out with new products to, you know, whatever we've been doing here, try to rise up, you know, get to around this area here, around the $40 mark, and we shoot up. Now we're on this other side of this head and shoulders, so to speak. So now is the deciding time to see where we're going to go. Are we going to keep on drifting down, or are we going to start rising up? So if you can't afford to be in Canopy, then hopefully you scale back. If you have been losing too much and if you got it in August though, you should be pretty good because in August, you know, we're around that $16, $17 mark. So it's definitely you want to keep an eye on your funds, you know, and see what you need to do to protect yourself. But I think that in the long term, that Canopy is going to be one of the major players. So I like to just, you know, keep an eye on this chart here just to show us, you know, potential. The U.S. is a very big market, and it's not legal yet. So Canopy is doing this backdoor thing with CBD to have a footprint in the U.S., but we're not really there yet. So I'm gonna hang tight. You know, hopefully we can get some more good deals and good action going on. Definitely watching Peter Caldini over at Acreage. He is a merger and acquisition guy, and we know that the U.S. is going to be a rapidly evolving scene, and hopefully he can position Acreage to take advantage of everything they can there as far as the merger and acquisition side. So let's go look and see if there's any other things that we need to speak about. Yeah, so Chronos, they're not the leader in Canada. Nah, I never thought they were, but that just kind of shows they're still having issues with steep losses. Um, so, you know, they were downgraded to underperformed by Jeffries. They said that the stock was too expensive for them. So, still really early to be able to really gauge the valuation of the company. So, they're losing some hope for it, I guess. They're saying that while its U.S. optionality is the best among Canadian names, it is still too expensive for us. So, they say that, however, Canopy is still loss making and so is Acreage. So that's their argument that both companies are losing. So um, yeah, so this is short-term losses definitely. But depending on where you got in, you're still up. But as far as this scene here, so you know, Constellation was first moving with their big deal in Canopy, and you know, it's it's gonna be a rough road until we get some big action on the major level. So we have some of the key components in the works. We're just kind of hanging tight to wait until we can get everything together and you know really acquire acreage and really do a lot of business in the U.S. So everybody that is still in here, you guys are definitely um, smart in my opinion. And you know sometimes it might not make sense to everyone else, but only you know what you feel you should do. So if you feel you need to get out, then get out. But if you feel that you're here, then thank you for being along here for the ride. And we're going to be here at Fanopy Growth, with trying to cover this cannabis company as best as we can to make us the best cannabis company in the world. So once again, you guys have a great rest of your day, and thank you for checking us out here at Fanopy Growth.